I love my Texas folks. I love my Texas folks, okay? As you come in, make sure you hit that like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on the documentary, America's Next Top Model, okay? It's not so much about the show, even though they try to push a lot of the show into it. It's more about the trauma, the repercussions, the everlasting effects of being on this show, and how systems, reality TV, really don't care about people. They're focused on money, capitalism, and it was sad to see all these people have to relive things of their lives from 20 years ago. Okay, not just that, but Tyra the politician showed up, because I don't really feel like she really takes accountability. Does she take accountability? There was so much power in her voice still. There's still so much power that I even think about, what was his name? Was it Kim? I don't know. I might need a documentary on him. Because there are some bodies buried. He has some secrets himself. And at the end of the day, at the top, was him and Tyra. Okay, let me know from you guys, what were some of the biggest moments from the documentary that are still sitting with you, that are still unsettling? Were you there back in the day when Eva the Diva had that spider on her face, when they were shaving heads, they were doing, did we call it blackface, even though it was white women dressed up as black women, people of color? Okay, let me know, let me know. But you know, it's sad for me, because I feel like contestants weren't just performing modeling skills. They were performing personalities, emotions, and pain. Approval was inconsistent in public. Imagine some of the worst moments of your life being someone's entertainment, to be relived in this docuseries. And as I watch these different documentaries, it's hard for me not to think about, okay, I'm up here and you guys are using my story. You're using my pain, my trauma. For some, my assault that you caught on camera. Okay. For what? To make this documentary? Was there a therapist on set during this docuseries? Because I just wonder about the pain that has to be relived. People may have forgotten about me. Hey, maybe I chose to suppress and not have that point of my life remembered. But here we are now. You guys want to talk about it. And this authorized docuseries, because I'm sure I've heard that in March there's going to be an unauthorized version. Okay. But sit with that. Sit with having to see, hear, relive the pain, the body shaming, the lies, and all of it came about without a lot of accountability. And Tyra tells us, you guys wanted this. This is what you wanted. You guys kept wanting more. The audience. Blame, blame, blame. The audience wanted more. That's why we had to push. Because of you. You guys. Okay? You guys. I feel like a lot of this was not needed. But because UPN needed to make a name for themselves, because money was involved, all of it, the lives of these girls stopped mattering. One week you're praised, the next week you're humiliated. And what happens when these girls go home? Did they get contracts, deals, and opportunities? They did not. Okay? They did not. I think it's really sad that at the end of the day, some of these people went home to nothing. Okay, to nothing. Let's see what y'all say in the chat, because I can't see the chat on my screen. Okay, hey everybody. Oh, we gotta talk about the fallout with Jay. What happened to Sandy was wild. Shandi. Wild. Wild. I don't think I really remember that it was an assault. Because once again, what was the narrative, y'all? The narrative was, oh, we're just girls having a good time. We just blacked out a little bit and it was a good evening. How many of those stories resonate with you guys? Not realizing what it was, because at the time I was a little intoxicated. I blacked out. I knew the person. How many of y'all has that happened to? So many people are survivors of what Shani went through. You wake up the next day with regret. You wake up like, what happened? What happened? All I remember is water. All I remember is somebody, trigger warning, y'all. Sorry, trigger warning. Somebody laying next to me. Somebody being in the bed with me. Okay. Some of y'all say in the chat, Tyra is a demon. I can't believe I loved her. Beth is saying that. Unfortunately, it was a different time period. It doesn't justify what those women went through. Even though we didn't see, I wonder what the male contestants went through. I think I stopped watching it by the time they had male contestants. Beth is saying, I don't even trust this documentary all the way because she still had to send the okay. True. Them NDAs, Purdy, probably are done with. Yeah, a lot of us didn't recognize that Shani was actually assaulted. I just wonder about the things those girls went through. Still going through. But we're here today.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about everything. But what came up for you guys as you were watching that part about Shani and them? The narration went to, she cheated. Okay? Oh, she cheated. It was a good girl who turned bad. Okay? A good girl who turned bad. That's how addicts feel because they're high, that they feel the assault is their fault because they put themselves in the predicament. Yeah. And it is sad because I think a lot of the reality shows in the early heydays were experimenting with people's lives. Okay? They were experimenting with people's lives. They know what they were doing. They're just like, okay, let's put a group of people in a house. It's going to be a new thing. And some of those people are probably not here anymore. Okay? Once again, power plays on people's unmet needs. That's how it eventually becomes exploitative. What were the unmet needs of these girls? Money, community, family. I feel like people like Tyra and people in positions of power often learn, this is a weakness for you. I can exploit this. I can make money off of this. And it's sad to see how you could have did right. She could have did right, but she chose the other route. And I'm just looking forward to so many more of these documentaries, docuseries coming out because it wasn't just Diddy. It's not just Tyra. It's a whole lot of other people out there. Come on to the front. Come on into the front, y'all. Come on in because we got to get to some things. Okay? We got to get to some things.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake
But I just think it's sad how a lot of people don't really get the opportunity to, you know, really go on these shows and have it be what it's supposed to be. Okay? Really have what it's supposed to be. It really is sad. I told y'all we're not playing this year.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up out of your sleep, wake up.
You know, I've been working on some things over here. Okay? We working on some things over here. We gonna get it together. Okay, what y'all say in the chat? Hey everybody, if you have not already liked the live, please come on in and hit that like button. Okay, come on in. But you know, going back into it. Oh, y'all like the sound effects? Good Vibrations. I heard that E is supposed to do their own version. I heard that that's supposed to come out in March. Along with The Price is Right. Oh yeah, didn't Claudia Jordan film for The Price is Right? She filmed for that one. Deal or No Deal. Ooh, okay. You know, your girl loves a good documentary now. I love good documentary. Okay, this is the year. Let everybody be clutching their pearls. Have everybody come to the forefront and stop hiding. Okay, but do it right. Okay, do it right. I don't want no AI. Okay, I want human beings in my documentary. Okay, I want the humans to show up. All right. Oh, y'all loving the sound bites. Let me get all of them for y'all. Okay, because who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that? Who said that? Okay, who said that? No, we can't take everything too seriously over here. We gotta have a good time. Good time, okay? Good time. Somebody said you're the fire horse. Things are getting heated. Yes. Things are getting heated. I'm loving it though. I'm loving it. Okay. Now, one of the pivotal people we saw in the docuseries was Danny and her gap. Okay. Danny to me got done wrong on so many levels. And to know that they forced her to close her gap, you gonna go home or you gonna stay? She closed her gap. She won. But what did she really win? Okay. Her whole future depended on her being compliant. Only for what? Okay. Only for what? When she resisted closing her gap, her place in the competition was explicitly threatened. Okay. The pressure to reinforce how approval on the show functioned as survival, not encouragement. We were really watching survival to become a model, to go sit in an apartment and nobody really want to hire you, to be blackballed. And during this heyday in the beginning of the 2000s compared to now, if you're a reality star, that could take you far. But back then it was like, reality star, oh, we don't want none of that. Okay, we don't want none of that. Okay. Hey, Wanda. Oh, Ash, you had a gap and you felt bad about it. You could tell, like, she just seemed so hurt. She was just so hurt because the show did her wrong on so many levels. She won only for what? To go sit in an apartment and watch all the other girls who were not on reality TV get chosen, get contracts. Chanel Iman. I close my authenticity, my gap for y'all, only for you guys to what? Blackball me? Okay. It seems like after the show, she really didn't go many places. Ash said, thankfully the dentist said I was not needed and did not do it. And now a 36-year-old man, I love my gap. Okay, good. Okay. One CoverGirl shoot, Purdy. One CoverGirl shoot. Can you believe that? One. Y'all promised me my dreams. I left my family. I passed out. I fainted. And that other girl, I can't remember her name, she was in the dental office for hours pulling teeth. Hours. And didn't even win. Okay, even though she said she thought she won the lottery, because that would have never happened in her regular life. But it sounded like they pulled 4 teeth and gave her veneers. I think I didn't watch probably like the last 20 minutes of it. But y'all can tell me if y'all want to spoil it. I think I was at the middle part of when her and Jay fell out, and it seemed like Tyra punished him for trying to leave the show. Okay, that's the part I left off on. You can spoil it. I don't mind, y'all. Okay. Yes, she couldn't console with her mother. You gonna do it right now or not? Okay. You gonna do it right now or not? But it's sad to see that Danny, and what was the girl's name? We were rooting for you. They said it was way worse than what we actually saw. Okay. And it's almost like, to me, Tyra kind of felt like, since I went through hazing, since I had to go through these bad things, you guys are going to do it. You're going to go through it too. Okay? You're going to go through the same thing that I had to go through. Tiffany. Thank you, guys. Thank you, chat. Tiffany. Now, I know she came out on social media and she was saying how Tyra said way worse things about her son. Even Jay said that it was way worse behind the scenes. It's sad. I feel like I remember hearing about Jay and the stroke when it happened. I think it was like a quick little blurb in the news, but I do remember them talking about him having like the stroke. That wasn't a surprise to me. I remember hearing that somewhere. Can y'all believe that Tyra is coming out with a new America's Next Top Model? Was it season 26? Do we need that? No, we don't. We don't need that, y'all. And how do you come out with a season 26 after this documentary? Because at this point, are y'all signing up for the modeling contracts? Or y'all signing up for, like we see, exposure to become an influencer? Okay. Wanda said, keep it real. Tyra was nasty to all of them and worse to black women. That's why I brought up Tiffany when I was talking about Danny. Because I do feel like the way she treated Danny and the way she treated Tiffany, it felt a lot worse to me than how she treated the other girls. I don't know if it's that, once again, I went through those hard knocks. I went through the struggle. So you guys have to do it too. But I just feel like I agree. I think there was just something more about those two that had to feel it the worst. And I would not be surprised if Tyra blackballed Danny. I would not be surprised. How many of y'all think that that is what happened? Let me know in the chat. Drama. Hey, Jessica. Drama. Tyra's clueless on how horrible she is. The politician showed up. I'm like, is she running for a Senate seat? Because the way she was talking, oh, you are very much professionally PR trained. These girls were children when they signed up for the show. Yes. 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 Do y'all remember when Tyra gave Miley Cyrus a Tyra doll as a gift? I don't remember that. Me say Tyra was never treated poorly. Her mom was there. Yeah, members in the chat. Members in the chat. Hey, Clay. I know it's been a minute since we went live. I'm doing a whole channel like revamp, so it's been a lot of work behind the scenes. Didn't a lot of them say she blacklisted them? You could tell. I believe it's because she thread Manuel. She punished him for trying to leave. When he came back, it was like, I don't know you. Sorry to that man. Okay. Her ego got too big for her relationships. Yeah, we talked about Shandi. Nobody apologized. Nobody apologized. Okay. I wonder about the trauma. I wonder about the anxiety. I wonder about all the things their bodies remember. There was even the one girl who tried to speak up for herself during the photo shoot, and the man kept thrusting himself against her and trying to touch her. And they just seemed so like, how dare you stop our photo shoot? Okay, how dare you? This is, you gonna keep working and let that man do what he doing to you because we try to get these shots. That's all that matters right now. We don't care about how you feel. We'll get these shots done. Okay? Her ego was insane, yes. Yeah. Tyra didn't respect Shandi's. And then to come out the next day, you know, with the whole Shandi situation. You know, I cheated and I was young. Are you playing in my face? You really gonna sit here and play in my face? And the next week, what, they had a bunch of attorneys. Okay. Hey, Gia girl, how you doing? Okay. Yeah, I don't understand how they're giving this another try either. Okay, I don't. She should have punched him. Why do you think people stay and try harder even if it hurts due to intermittent reinforcement? People stay in these powerful relationships because they're unmet needs. I need the money. I need community. What do I have left to go back home to? What do I have left to go back home to? That's another reason why people stay in these relationships where they're being abused. This is an abusive relationship. Okay. They may look like a marrying cheating show. Yeah. And I think, you know, these relationships mirror how relationships in workplaces where love and safety is earned. The people who didn't speak back, the people who just kept going with things, how they were treated compared to everybody else. The people who spoke up, oh, okay, we're kicking you out because you had a bad photo? Or did you really kick her out because she chose to speak up for herself? Okay. I think that workplace environments also mirror toxic family environments. Once you get, we're a family. We all treat each other well. We're a family here. How many of y'all have heard that BS when applying or working at a job? Okay. But let me tell you 1 second.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up out of your sleep, wake up.
When you go to a job and they tell you that it's a family environment, please don't go to that job. Please don't take that second interview. It's a trap. Okay? It is a trap. Labeling Ebony as aggressive and saying that she was ashy. Ashy. Okay? How dare y'all have a conversation with me about showing up every day ashy? What? Y'all called me in the room for that? Y'all called me in the room for that? But once again, we're family, right? Alright? This was not healthy competition. This was trauma bonding by shared criticism. It's sad that all these women are not bonded by happiness, by good memories. A lot of them are bonded by the trauma created by Tyra Banks. Okay? Tyra Banks created this trauma bond that we are shackled in now from being contestants on what felt like Survivor. And I'm looking forward to all of the reality shows coming out from the darkness and having documentaries about them. I know there was a one about, what was the Swan show? Did y'all watch that one? It was on Vice. That one didn't get picked up as much because it was on the Vice network. But that one was another good one about the makeover shows and how traumatizing they were. Okay. When Sarah from Cycle 9 yelled at a producer to get Heather, a girl who passed out for heat stroke, needed medical help, and that was the episode she went home. Oh, you're not compliant? You're a problem. You're a liability. Okay, you want to speak up? Liability. Pick out the bad photo. Take some bad photos so we have a reason to let her go. And another thing that came out to me was that I knew this, but how once they left, they didn't get them photos. The photos didn't even help them get jobs because they were overly produced, too much makeup, and unrealistic. So you put me through hell for nothing again. Okay? For nothing. Tyra said in the past one about being a token black woman and competing against Naomi. Did her and Naomi ever break the beef that they had with each other? Okay. But workplaces, y'all gotta recognize workplaces create trauma bonds. Are you and your co-worker friends because y'all really friends, or are y'all bonded by the trauma over the workplace environments? Ask yourself, if this job wasn't here, would we still be friends? Hey y'all, hey y'all. Make sure y'all hitting the like, please, the like button. Oh, they're making a documentary about on the housewives. Ooh, looking forward to that. Oh, you didn't know, Jessica, how much hell they went through? Oh, I knew. Okay, I knew. I always wonder how come we only saw, one cover girl, maybe a Maybelline, and then crickets. But there's some girls who feel like Tyra changed their lives. And this is what they signed up for. Okay. But it was about body shaming, shame scripts. The voices that don't leave. Danny and her teeth, weight comments. And how I wonder how many other girls actually also develop worsening eating disorders. Okay. One of the hardest parts about watching this docu-series is how America's Next Top Model treated bodies as a problem to fix. Was there anything when these ladies showed up that was good enough? Because suddenly all the things that made me beautiful, all the things that y'all said was different about me, y'all suddenly need to fix. Shaving my head, fixing my gap, my weight, my natural features. Suddenly became, oh, you need our help to meet beauty standards. What happened to me being tall and skinny and having nice skin was what y'all wanted? Oh, we like that part of you, but the hair, that nappiness, yeah, we gotta shave that off. Okay? We think you look better as a blonde, not as a brunette. Suddenly, everything about me needed to be changed. And I also wonder about the plus size. Thank you, Jessica. A size 10, y'all, was plus size. Size 10. A size 10 these days is what considered like, because they used to say a size 12 was average. I don't know what the average is now. Hey Felicia girl, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, Yaya wasn't on there, yeah. She wasn't. Okay. But, you know, these are just the people who felt comfortable to share their stories. I want the unauthorized version. Okay? Because what's the girl that's been saying for years, I don't know her name, but she was on like substances and she got clean. She had really, she has really short blonde hair. Do y'all remember her name? Because she's been saying how she struggled for years after the America's Next Top Model saga. But I can't remember her name. Just imagine someone as powerful as Tyra Banks telling you that there's something wrong with your body. Does it land as advice? Or does it land like a bullet to the chest? I feel like it lands like a bullet to the chest. Not like my idol, the person I've been looking up to, is giving me advice. It lands as shame. Especially to some of these people who already had eating disorders. And that shame, once you leave the set, it leaves with you. Okay? It leaves with you. And I think we have to talk more about shaming these girls into doing things that benefited Tyra Banks. Benefited the team. Benefited, what was his name? Was it Kim or Ken? Okay. Lisa, yes, thank you, Gia. Lisa was her name. Lisa's the one that's going to be in the unauthorized one. I want to hear more of her story. Yeah, didn't they say that Takara ended up, she was a plus size model, but in reality she was a size 10. They considered that plus size. Yeah, Wanda, a few of them ended up on some of that spicy stuff, yeah. It's sad. Oh, one of them is in jail? I know Takara did an interview with The Breakfast Club on their podcast. The whole time the main thing was catching the idea of beauty. Then you have Ebony, the beauty queen. They chose a typical white girl model as the winner. Yeah, every season. Yeah, every season. Okay. The shame follows you home. In reality, Danny and that gap tooth moment, her saying no, was overridden and her body was treated as production property. Even years later, she emphasized how all the experiences affected not just her, okay, but the young girls who watched her. The young girls who watched her. Oh, wow, someone passed away. I know, watching this as an adult, it's like, wow. To think that I got up every week and was looking forward to the next episode of America's Next Top Model, when really these girls were suffering. They weren't eating. They were malnutritioned. I was a witness to someone's traumatic narrative. I was a witness. And I remember how one young girl, one of the people said when she got off, she went back home, and young girls walked up to her and said how they didn't think that they would be a model after seeing her experience. All these internalized messages about natural features, inabilities. Us watching this now as an adult is just like, wow. It's kind of crazy, y'all. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Every week we were watching somebody be traumatized for entertainment. Okay. Not only that, I also remember how I from watching reality TV, I kind of already knew this, but I wonder if you guys knew that, you know, a lot of these reality shows, once a person gets kicked off, they don't actually go home. They have to be sequestered so that it doesn't ruin the ending for the show. So even once my dream is over and I'm miserable, I'm unhappy, I'm sad, oh, I gotta go sit in this hotel for another 3 weeks. Okay, I can't talk to my family because I can't let them know that I didn't win, because once again it gives away the story. Okay, it gives away the story. And it's just so sad, y'all. It's sad. Yes, but Shandi swears and I just can't believe no one stepped in for her. Honestly, you guys, let's keep it real. Shandi's story is a lot of people. It might be your friend's story, your sister's story. We see it all the time on true crime documentaries. The uncle, the boyfriend, and the mama didn't know what the boyfriend was doing. The college girl, her friends left her to go get drinks at the bar and she disappeared. We need to normalize that Shandi's story is a lot of people, but we just don't talk about it enough. It's really sad. It's really sad, you guys. People sell their souls for a better life. Let's talk about that, because I don't necessarily think that that's true. I think people walk into these shows looking for an out, looking for an opportunity that my dreams are going to come true. And the person on the other side of that contract is like, this is just another person that we can use, we can weaponize. What's one little thing from this person that we can kind of like create this huge storyline, these frames around for drama in reality TV? So I don't want to say that people are selling their souls, because they don't go into it like that. They go into it with hopes and dreams. And it's the people on the other side of that table who are about capitalism. Okay, who are not about, oh, we want to give you your dream. We're going to make a television show. We're going to make money. We're going to weaponize what you got going on. Okay? We've seen it over and over again. And it's really sad. Yes, Gia, they're hopeful. Oh my God, Janice. Janice, to me, was brought in on purpose for ratings. Okay? And Janice, to me, is the archetype for a lot of these judge shows where they have the Simon Cowells. She was the archetype for me. That, okay, we're going to have the good judge. We're going to have the bad judge. And then we're going to have the one who's on the fence. Because after Janice, we saw so many more of these evil judges who are there really to just make the people feel like crap, shame them, criticize them, and how that internal criticism turns into self-criticism. And how tough love creates shame. Because Tyra was like, I just wanted to help you guys. Make your dreams come true. Give back. Right? Right?
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that?
Who said that? She wasn't there to help nobody. Okay, she was not there to help nobody. Oh, you think Janice was envious? She gave jealous. Yeah, Patricia, like, they announced America's Next Top Model Cycle 26. Then after traumatizing them, they really traumatized them when she... Oh, yeah, the stupid talk show. I forgot about the talk show, y'all. Ugh. They were just at one point throwing money at Tyra. Okay? Just throwing money at her. There was really no escaping production. Did y'all pick up on that as a bombshell? They really never escaped. There were cameras on them 24/7. They had to live together, compete with each other, be judged publicly, all while being filmed 24/7, unless I went to the bathroom by myself. Oh, but if someone goes into the bathroom with me, loophole. Okay, production loophole. Where was the human decency? Where was the I'm a person? I could be your daughter. Okay? I can be your sister. No. No. There was no human decency, you guys. There was no off switch, no privacy, no time to calm down or regulate emotions before the next critique, elimination. Never. Never a down moment. Okay. Oh, cycle 25. Okay. Sorry, y'all. How could they bring the show back? Money. Y'all know they're doing all these reboots. There's no room for original creators. There's no room for original writing. Come on, let's slap a little bit of something on it, a little bit of sugar on top, and reinvent it. I saw it with the Ayanla thing on OWN. She's sitting there ad-libbing old episodes. These networks don't want to put in the money, they want to take the money. So why not just have Ayanla come on here and just talk about old episodes, give her a tablet. She'll laugh, she'll point. Okay. Oh, y'all think the news cycle will get high ratings? Oh, for nostalgia. People love nostalgia. I feel like nostalgia is so profitable, especially I think for the generation of people who are millennials. I think they get a lot of profit from the nostalgia of millennials. Okay. Because who primarily, what genre, what demographic is primarily going to watch this? Probably millennials who want the nostalgia. But then what, Gen Z who haven't really heard of the show? It reinvents it to a new audience. So, yeah, a nice group of people up in here. Hopefully y'all have liked the live. Oh yeah, I got an Epstein video coming up too, y'all. We're gonna start digging in some deeper topics over here, not just TV. So we got an Epstein video coming up too. Let me drink some water. But yeah, the documentary was intense at times. What do you think it's like for someone that be under this intense scrutiny, trauma, stress for weeks? What does that do to your central nervous system? It stays in survival mode. Okay? You're not building resilience, you're building chronic stress. And as women of color, I feel like this has us have heart disease, fibromyalgia, different things that cause not only psychological harm, but physical harm. On top of the trauma. Okay, we got to remember the trauma too. All right. But how many of y'all let me know in the chat if y'all going to be watching the new version, recycled, reboot? What are we calling it? Okay, what are we calling it? Yeah, all this trauma is not good for you. And another aspect of this documentary, it challenges the common theme of, well, you signed up for this. How many times of these different documentaries we've heard, well, you signed up for this. Signing up for this contract does not mean that I'm not human. Does not mean someone's central nervous system stops being human. Consent to participate does not mean consent to psychological harm. Okay? Gia says she's not giving Tyra any of her money. Wanda said she's going to be watching Golden Girls on YouTube. Oh, Beth said she watching it, y'all. So Beth gonna do some recaps. But yeah, we often hear, well, you signed up for this. Thank you. It does not give you permission to exploit people. So many times I've heard people just say, well, you signed up for this. I signed up to be tortured. I signed up for a trauma bond. I signed up for us being assaulted. I thought I signed up to have my dreams come true. I thought I signed up for an opportunity to break generational cycles, curses. I thought I signed up for the opportunity to give my family a better life. Okay, that's what I signed up for. Yeah, Purdy, the new audience is not playing with Tyra. Them Gen Z people are gonna clock her so quick. I agree, Aaron. Inevitably, reality TV called this psychological harm because producers really just want to make entertainment. And I just think we don't talk enough about how much psychological harm, mentally, physically, and the long-term effects of one season of your life. One season. This is what, 20 years ago? And still, some people are still living with the pain of what I went through. Do y'all think Tyra really did reflecting on moments that went too far? Was she really reflecting? I don't think so. Somebody, Phoenix, you said they can't convince you that Tyra likes black women. Therefore, her, even for herself. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, a lot of Love Island people have serious mental health issues. Some of them are not even here anymore because of how serious the PTSD. Yeah, Gia, that's what I'm going to talk about too. Oh, you felt like by the middle part, Tyra looked dead in the eyes? Very tone deaf, very tone deaf. Tyra only cares about Tyra. Tyra. She had to be prepared by a PR team or somebody, because it just felt like, oh, yeah, those things happened. Okay. But you guys wanted this. You wanted more. You were asking for more from me. Now, did her acknowledgement really bring relief, or leave you lingering for more accountability, for real accountability? Okay. Oh, and some of y'all are saying it gives narcissist. I've been kind of wondering about the hot ice cream. Yeah. Yeah, I know Tyra has some weird meltdown. Was that at the end of last year? She had some weird meltdown. Okay. And I want to talk more about accountability when it comes to Tyra. I think awareness does matter. But to me, healing really requires changed behavior, change in attitude, accountability, some form of repairing the harm that an individual has provided somebody else with, the harm that you have provided these girls. And men too. I didn't watch the men seasons, but yeah, that yellow wig. What was going on with her? Australians are sick of her, Wanda. What is hot ice cream? Okay, can somebody let me know, what is hot ice cream? Because she was supposed to open up with a DC one, and that fell apart. Isn't she allegedly being sued by the DC business partners? Because I think she was trying to open up a hot ice cream in here in the States. I just don't get the hot ice cream, y'all. Oh, and didn't she have something in Santa Monica? Or was she trying to open up something in Santa Monica? Like, one, like, you know how they have all the balloons or like all the slime? Wasn't she trying to do one, like a model one? Yeah, she had a bunch of excuses. Now, Danny does say that Tyra apologized to her, but I wonder what that apology looked like, because sometimes people provide apologies without changing behavior, changing actions. And I think people are too quick to forgive without really thinking about, what does change behavior look like in this relationship dynamic, whether it's a sibling, a parent, a romantic partner. People forgive, but what are the action steps? Okay. And for Danny, all the challenges that she went through after the show, can you really forgive somebody for, I want to say, allegedly like blackballing her? Okay. Saying it was all about TV and not her career. It's crazy work, y'all. Crazy work. And I'm wondering, do y'all feel like Tyra really, is she remorseful? Or is it kind of like, well, I'm here to kind of show up and say I'm remorseful because I got another show coming out and I need y'all to kind of watch that. But I don't know if Tyra Banks is really being held accountable. I feel like at times the world loves to pick and choose who they cancel. Chrisette, what's her name? Chrisette Michelle still canceled somewhere. And there's lots of people, you know, doing Donald Trump rallies and stuff, and they're not being canceled. Okay. Well, Jay's face, he pumped it up with a lot of filler. That's why his face looks different. But people have to stop forgiving without thinking about, as much as I hear your words, what are the change behaviors? What are the action steps to show me that this pattern is not going to be the same once I welcome you back into my life? But I think people don't look and think about action steps. Sometimes you want the person back in your life so much that you will, oh, okay, they said sorry. They mean well. They were going through some things. And you let them back in and they recognize you struggle with boundaries. I can weaponize that. You'll let me get away with the same behavior again because you want me in your life so bad that what I did does not matter anymore because now I'm back in your life. Okay, now I'm back in your life. And that's all that really matters. Do you guys really take the time to think about forgiveness? Letting people back in your life, recognizing the patterns. In this documentary, Tyra shows so many poor patterns of an individual who did not care, who cannot express compassion. Okay? There were so many gaps in her remembering stuff. Oh, do you remember that? Well, Oh, now that you say the name, I think I remember. There are apologies without real repair. Intentions without impact. Apologies without repair. And it's not just Tyra, but I think a lot of these systems have to change. Okay? It's bigger than Tyra. But Tyra is part of a system that doesn't feel like they need to change. Because I'm Tyra Banks. And networks will continue to throw money at me. Now, if you go on this show now, I feel like I have to wonder, like, what are your intentions? Okay? She treated contestants wrong. And her best friend. Let's get into how she treated Miss J and J Manuel. Okay. To know that you were spending time with both these people, you travel with them, you told them your secrets, and to know that Miss J had a stroke, and you did not talk to that man. Miss J tried to do everything for you. He was part of the brand, the name. Some of y'all are saying y'all blame Ken. Yeah, I think we need a doc on Ken too. Yes, Tyra bought into toxic systems of modeling. We need enemies. Who needs enemies when you have friends like Tyra? Bloop. Clocked it. Now, when they stopped performing, where was the humanity? Okay? He was in a coma for 5 weeks, lost his inability to walk, talk, and where was Tyra? Okay, where was Tyra? Not just Tyra, but I wonder where his other friends were. Him being in a room, not being able to walk, talk, having to recuperate, rehabilitate by himself. Everybody he put on, helped walk the runway, gave them opportunities. Where were they when he needed them? That's another thing, that these shows don't foster real compassion. They're plastic relationships, and they melt when the cameras get hot. Okay? When the cameras get hot, they melt. And I wonder, how many of y'all have had friendships that when shit got too hot, the friendship melted away? When you really needed them, where were they? Okay. The grief, the crying, the openly missing that friendship he had with Tyra. But ultimately, like someone said in the comments, who need friends with enemies when Tyra is an enemy? When someone can't be a friend to themselves, how can I expect you to be a friend to me? And even though they watched her treat these girls different kinds of ways, I would have to think, if you're treating them like that, how are you going to treat me in my time of need? Okay? How are you going to treat me in my time of need? Even though it was 25 years ago, it was socially acceptable in society. Yeah. Oh, you're watching it at work? Hey, we gotta break out the praise music.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up out of your sleep, wake up.
I gotta make sure y'all still awake out there. Woo! Okay. Where's the humanity in this? Okay. Oh, I need to download the Swallowed. Add that to mine. But when things get too hot, does your friendship melt? Okay. Does your friendship have humility? Does your relationship with people really have it where, you know, in your darkest of times, when you sit in the room by yourself somewhere, when you're recuperating, they'll show up for you? They'll really show up for you. Or is it that when you stop putting in effort, when life gets too crazy, the phone dries up because you haven't been putting in that effort? Okay? She hasn't taken full accountability. And she's not telling the truth, because if she told the truth, she'd be sued. She's still in self-preservation mode. Self-protection. Okay? Self-protection. Do y'all really feel like Nigel took accountability? Or was he more of a like, well, it was what it was? I kind of got the vibe he gave it was what it was. I don't know if I really felt like he was taking accountability. Somebody said Tyra's friendship is like her hot ice cream. Beth, you know she makes hot ice cream? It's supposedly all the rage in Australia. Yeah, she makes hot ice cream. Yeah, that's why, you know, it's all like walking around different lawsuits that can happen. That's why she was so diplomatic with her words. She was performing. Tyra was performing throughout this. Some of y'all saying Nigel rode the fence. It was good to see the guys reunite, though. That was a pivotal moment, watching them reunite. It sounds like Miss J has been through a lot trying to recover from those strokes. And it's sad because he taught people how to walk the runway, and now he can't walk anymore. That's so crazy to me. He lost what he gave so many people. Some of you are saying all of Tyra's friends were complicit. Yeah. Very complicit. Now let's talk a little bit about the exhaustion of performing. Because a lot of y'all been performing in your everyday lives. Okay? Wearing a mask, showing up as what the world needs you to be, friends want you to be. but I'm sure you're exhausted. Okay? I'm sure you're exhausted. Just like some of these girls. And as much as it's about America's Next Top Model, there were themes in this that make me feel like it's about a lot of people's lives. Being performative. Chosen vulnerability versus forced vulnerability. How many of y'all feel like y'all choose to be vulnerable versus it being forced upon you? Forced out of you? You're so used to stuffing your feelings. You're so used to performing that half of y'all probably don't even know what vulnerability is anymore. There's no room for it because you're trying to survive. You're trying to survive. So many people get up every day and they're performing. I'm depressed, I'm anxious, but I have to get up and perform and show up like the good daughter, the good employee, the good wife, the good friend. But you're totally exhausted. And you don't know what to do with that exhaustion because is there room for it? Is there room for me to be exhausted? That's why I'm single. Let me be musty in peace. Oh my God, that was a good one. That was such a good one. Talk about vulnerability. Beth is being vulnerable in the chat. Oh my God, Beth. Y'all are crazy today. I have gotten to the point where I just do not even have the capacity to act anymore. Because you're so exhausted. You're just so exhausted. And the world tells us you have to keep going and put on the blinders of what's happening in the world because you got to pay bills. The stuff you're seeing on your timeline, your feed, the news. Oh, I have to ignore it because I have to go to work. I have to take care of my kids. Is there room anymore for exhaustion? Okay. Is there room for that? Phoenix said the mental exhaustion of just men holding everything in has become unbearable. I knew that I was depressed because I barely just getting up to take a shower. Yeah, is a task. Yeah, I think so many people are going through high functioning depression. And it's something we're not talking about. There's so much noise, distraction, escapism. But I want people to know that it's okay to take a break. It's okay to give yourself the opportunity to just breathe. Take in some deep breaths. Recognize what you're feeling, what's coming up for you. I encourage you to take 15 minutes a day. Break it up into 5 increments. $5 foot long. Break it up into 5 increments. And set a timer on your phone where you're just going to sit there, no scrolling, no phone, no TV. I want you to just get comfortable with sitting with yourself and giving yourself a break. Okay? 15 minutes a day. Start with that. Give yourself the opportunity to sit still and regroup. Not being so productive. Not being so productive. Can you guys do that? Can y'all let me know in the chat? Can y'all practice the 5 minutes, the 15 minutes? Okay. Yes, want to take time off just to be off, just to have days off. You need that. You need that. Just lay in the bed. y'all need to recognize you don't have this time off from work to just do doctor's appointments. Just take a mental health day. Your therapist, tell them your therapist told you need to just take a mental health day. Okay? It's okay to just take a mental health day. Because your body is like going through so much. Are you making time for your body to reset? Do you even know what your baseline is? I ask my clients that. What is your baseline? Are you so used to being up and down, productive? What is the baseline? What does homeostasis look like for you? Okay. Do you know what that even looks like? Or have you been going for so long that you don't even know what it is anymore? What's your baseline? Do you know what your baseline is? Because your body does. But you are so disconnected from your body. It's just like become this robotic thing that you do every day. You need to make a better relationship with your body. Understanding it. Because if you don't, it's going to become a vehicle for so much chronic pain, sickness, because you're not monitoring it, you're not taking care of it. Do you guys, another thing I do with my clients, at the beginning of the month, do you look at your calendar and plug in days where you can take time off? Weekly, let's start with weekly. Do you look at the week and look at where do I have some moments for myself? Let me block off some time on my calendar. Let me schedule something for myself. Do y'all do that? That is another form of self-care. Okay. You need to look at where am I making time for myself on top of adulting, mom, dad, responsibility, caregiving. Okay. But I think, watching this documentary, it's not about blame, it's about self-awareness and systems. Okay. What we call entertainment is somebody's trauma narrative. Okay. And I don't know if we need to cancel these type of shows, but I want to pick up on the patterns, the behaviors of what we're being entertained by. Do these shows empower us? Do they make people feel like they're not powerful enough? Is it about having power over people? Okay. Is it about having power over people? Okay, some of y'all are saying they're trying to practice better self-care. That y'all trying to practice better self-care. Now, when it comes to this documentary, did it bring up things for you and yourself? What did it stir up in you? Okay. Does it reflect patterns in your own life about power, control, systems, self-criticism, performing for approval? Did Tyra represent the critical mother? Okay. Does Tyra represent the critical mother? That no matter how much you perform, you show up, nothing is ever good enough. Okay. Did the dynamic between Miss J, Nigel, all of them, did it represent a toxic family environment that you are too familiar with? That as soon as you disobey mama, you become the black sheep. You have to be punished. But I think the more we become aware about these different systems, how we show up, performative behaviors, there's more opportunity for change. And it starts with self-awareness. Okay? It all starts with self-awareness. Where are you at in the process of learning about yourself, your patterns? Did this show bring up unsettling feelings for you? Okay. Oh, Percy, I'm cooking. Am I preaching, girl? Yes. Because it's not just about Tyra, it's about our own families. Parenting styles. Our own trauma. Okay? I want you guys to reflect deeper than just what you saw. What have you felt? What are you feeling? Okay? And now that you are becoming more self-aware of performative behaviors, high-functioning depression, anxiety, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? What changes are you here to make in your own life? Okay? What changes are you gonna make in your own life? Now, let me see what y'all doing in the chat over here. Y'all feel like I was preaching tonight? Y'all like the new setup? Give me some feedback. Do y'all like the new setup? Some of the videos are about to be switching up. So let me know feedback. What y'all think so far? Oh, they're saying Tyra did remind you of the toxic mother. Yeah, the way she was saying I was rooting for you, I was like, oh. Yeah, Tyra the toxic mother. That's what came up for me. Gia says she likes the new setup. No, Beth, I got a little bit more time. You love it? Okay, you love it. Okay. Are y'all liking the thumbnails are changing? Some of the types of videos I'm going to be doing are changing too. Yeah, I got some Epstein videos coming up. So trigger warning right now, Epstein is coming to the channel. Oh, y'all love the setup. Okay. Okay, so it looks like a lot of y'all are liking the new setup. Now, as I learn more, it'll become more interactive, but this is just the first time. No, I have more Love is Blind videos coming up too, y'all. I'm not going to just, in the past, I have just focused solely on Love is Blind, but it's time to mix it up. It's time to do some Love is Blind videos, some Epstein videos. I got some relationship and dating a narcissistic person. Caught my syllables there. Videos coming up. Yes, this is a live video. But yeah, things are changing over here. I hope you guys like the changes that are happening. But we're almost to 20K and it's just time to elevate. It's really time to elevate. And that's where I am. I'm elevating the channel. It's time to do some elevation, y'all. But yeah, I still got Love is Blind videos coming up. I'm just not going to just do, 5 sets of Love is Blind videos and not do other things. We're just going to mix it up throughout the month. But yeah, I got Love is Blind coming up too. Oh, you like the burnout videos? I wish I would watch them more. Because I like doing them, but numbers are showing me something different. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys like the new setup. Family system stuff, okay. Yeah, the algorithm does not respond well to those videos. So we got to figure out a creative way to kind of get them back on the channel. I never covered Bell Collective. I really like that show. I think it's just underrated. Maybe I can do some shorts about Bell Collective. But I feel like last season I binge watched it over during the storm, and last season was really good. And I watched the first episode that came out on Friday. So maybe I'll try and do maybe some shorts about it. But I do like, maybe I'll I'm gonna say maybe I'll take it to TikTok. But I do like Bell Collective. I just don't know if there's a big enough like following for us to kind of talk about it. But I do think that there are real life dynamics on there that we can do some deep dives on. I didn't talk about Ashley Tisdale in the Toxic Mom group. Heard about it, but I did not follow it. My plants are not real. Jeff Bezos got these plants for me. Isn't he just a lovely sponsor of the channel? Yes, Jeff Bezos, courtesy of Jeff Bezos with the plants. Oh my God, Tisha and Glenn, yes. Maybe I'll do like a short and see how the short goes, and just maybe do some shorts on Bell Collective. Oh, thank you. Either way, you cannot do wrong. Bell Collective makes me tired, but carry on. I don't know, I really like it, but I just don't know if I have enough of an audience to recap it fully. So I'll do some shorts because I do think that Cliff and Latrice's relationship is interesting. I think that Glenn needs to go somewhere, but I'm not going to go too much into Bell Collective, but yeah. Fake plant mama. Okay, I'm a fake plant mama. Yeah, I haven't watched the new season of Cross. But let me know, guys. Are you guys going to watch the new season of America's Next Top Model? Are you here for it? And what do you think they can do differently to bring in an audience? Do they really need to do anything differently? Because of, once again, nostalgia is going to get people. Would you go on the show after watching the documentary? Do you think a new season has already been filmed and they're just shopping it around to different networks at this point? I say nope, I'm not going to watch it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming on for the live tonight. Stay tuned to the channel. Lots of new things coming. Appreciate you guys coming tonight. And if you guys are going to watch this, if you are watching as part of the replay gang, hashtag replay in the chats. Okay, please put hashtag replay in the chat if you're watching the replay of this live. Missed ya. Can't wait to see you next time. Okay. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. I will see you guys later this week. We might go live one more time and talk about maybe some Love is Blind stuff. But I truly appreciate all of you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for sticking in with me through this live, through the channel transition that we're going through. All great things. Okay? So be sure to turn on your post notifications, like the video, subscribe. Oh, we got some super chats. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you. Okay. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. I salute you and thank you as usual. I love you guys. Bye. See you next time.